Namaste children, welcome to today's maths class, and today we are going to discuss a new chapter, that is Introduction to Trigonometry. This chapter it is introduced to the class 10. You are going to study first time in the class 10 and you will study in detail about this trigonometry in the higher classes. Now what is trigonometry? What we are going to study in this chapter, that is in class 10. First we will study introduction of the chapter trigonometry, then trigonometric ratios. We have 6 ratios are there. We will discuss in detail about trigonometric ratios. Then trigonometric ratios of some specific angles like 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees and 90 degrees. Trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. What are complementary angles? A pair of angles whose sum is equals to 90 degrees. A pair of angles whose sum is equals to 90 degrees. Such angles are known as complementary angles. And the last topic it is trigonometric identities. Trigonometric identities. Here we will study in the last concept 3 trigonometric identities we will study. And its applications also we will study in solving some of the problems related to this trigonometric identities. So what we are going to study in this chapter? Introduction of the chapter, trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios of some specific angles like 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 45 degrees and 90 degrees. Trigonometric ratios of complementary angles and trigonometric identities. Now we will discuss introduction of this chapter. So what is trigonometry? What is the use of identifying this trigonometry and where we use this trigonometry? In which fields we use trigonometry? See, if you visit a trip to of a school of your class 10 students visited a trip to Delhi and you visited the Qutub Minar. So you see it is very tall. Qutub Minar is very tall. If you want to find the height of the Qutub Minar, what we will do without measuring, without measuring this, we will look to the top of the Qutub Minar. So we will imagine when we look to the top of the tower, the top of the Qutub Minar, we will imagine one right angle is formed. Similarly, when you are sitting on the balcony of your building and if you observe a small lotus flower which is there on the other side of the bank of the river, your house is there on the one side of the river, on the other side it is a temple is there, at the temple a flower is there. If you want to measure the width of that river, or you are playing in your school ground and you observe the top of the one tree, and if you want to find the height of the tree, we will imagine in these 3 cases a right angle is formed, and here what is height of the tower, or that is width of the river. In all these cases, to find all those, even the height of the Everest, Mount Everest, we will see the top of the Everest and we will imagine that it is what a right angle triangle is formed, and by using that right angle triangle we will find the heights or distances or widths or depths. So using the concept of right angle triangle. So we have studied in the lower classes what are triangles, even especially types of triangles. In that right angle triangle, a right angle triangle is a triangle in which one angle is 90 degrees and its properties we studied. So to find out those distances or those heights, a special branch of mathematics is introduced. That special branch of mathematics is trigonometry. Now the word trigonometry is derived from Greek words like tri means it is 3 and gon means sides, length of the sides, and metron means measure. So here the three-sided figure. What we call the three-sided figure? A triangle. We'll call it as a triangle. So the three-sided figure, study of three-sided figure. What we'll study in that three-sided figure? That is, here what we are seeing here, it is that is the heights, distances, it is the sides of the triangle or a right angle triangle, especially it is. So we will study. So the trigonometry is the branch of mathematics which studies or which deals with the relationship between sides and angles of triangles. Sides and angles of triangle. Any triangle we can consider. So trigonometry is a branch of mathematics which deals with the sides and angles of a triangle. How it is a triangle? That is, the word trigonometry is derived from Greek words. Tri means three, gon means length of the sides, and metron means measure. That is the three-sided figure, which is nothing but the triangle. In that triangle, what we will study? That is the relationship between the sides and angles of a triangle is known as trigonometry. So trigonometry, what it is? Trigonometry is a branch of mathematics. It is the branch of mathematics, a branch of mathematics, which studies or which studies the relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. Is called trigonometry. It is a branch of mathematics which studies the relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. So here I wrote here triangle, but in our 10th class we will study only right angle triangle. That is the relationships between the sides and angles of a right angle triangle. We will study here. That relationships are nothing but trigonometric ratios. Now where we use this trigonometry? This trigonometry we use in seismology and even in physics, engineering in the different fields we use this trigonometry. And so that trigonometry is a branch of mathematics which studies the relationships between the sides and angles of a triangle. We will study in class 10 about the right angle triangle, and we call those relationships are known as trigonometric ratios. What are trigonometric ratios? The relationships between sides and angles of a triangle is known as or are known as the trigonometric ratios. We will discuss in detail about the trigonometric ratios. Now we will discuss trigonometric ratios. Before going to discuss trigonometric ratios, first we will discuss what is a right angle triangle. I said it is a triangle in which one angle is a right angle is known as a right angle triangle. Let us consider this triangle ABC is a right angle at B. Right angle at B, that is angle ABC is equals to 90 degrees. What about angle C and angle A? How much is those two angles? It is angle A plus angle C is equals to 90 degrees by using the angle sum property of a triangle. That is, sum of three angles is equals to 180 degrees. And angle B is equals to what is here? It is 90 degrees. It is a right angle triangle. Now what we call the side AC? The side AC is the opposite to right angle, or it is the longest side, and we call this side as hypotenuse. We call this side as the hypotenuse. And what we call these two sides? These two sides are known as what? The perpendicular sides are the legs of the right angle triangle. Legs of the right angle triangle. Now consider for angle C. This is angle C. How the side AB is located? How this AB is located for angle C? It is opposite. Therefore, AB is known as opposite side of angle C. Opposite side of angle C. And what about BC? BC is adjacent. BC is the adjacent side. So BC is known as adjacent side of angle C. Adjacent side of angle C. Now what about for angle A? How angle AB is located or it is identified? Draw one more figure. It is same. A, B, C and angle B is equals to 90 degrees. Now consider angle A. For angle A, what is the BC is? Here the BC is what? It is opposite side. BC is the opposite side of angle A. Opposite side of angle A. And AB is how it is. This is for angle A. AB is adjacent. Therefore AB is adjacent side of angle A. So here BC is opposite side and AB is the adjacent side. So here we can take two angles, angle A and angle C. Depending upon the angle A and angle C, that is the position of the angles, their opposite side and adjacent side should be different. It is the changes. So before introducing this chapter, we should know in the right angle triangle, for a given angle, which is the opposite side and which is the adjacent side. There is no change in the hypotenuse. Again, here it is AC is the hypotenuse as it is opposite to angle B, that is 90 degrees. Here also AC is the hypotenuse. There is no change in the hypotenuse. Now we will see here for angle A, opposite side is BC and adjacent side is AB. Similarly for angle C, the opposite side is AB and adjacent side is BC. Now there is a relationship between the sides and angles. Sides and the angles. That relationships are known as trigonometric ratios. Trigonometric ratios. So we have 6 trigonometric ratios are there. That is sine ratio, cosine ratio, tangent ratio, then cosecant ratio, secant ratio and cotangent ratio. We will discuss those relationships in detail for a right angle triangle. Is it clear, children? How to identify which is the opposite side and which is the hypotenuse, which is the adjacent side to a given angle. Clear in a right angle triangle? Yes. We will continue now to the trigonometric ratios. Now consider a right angle triangle ABC. Consider a right triangle ABC, right angled at B. So draw a right angle triangle in which angle B is equals to what it is? 90 degrees. So A, B and it is C. So now this is B which is equals to 90 degrees. Now consider, we are going to find what about angle A and angle C. They are, what is sum of those two angles is equals to 90 degrees and they are acute angles. In class 10 we will define these trigonometric ratios only for acute angles. You also can define for obtuse angles and more angles also, other than 90 degrees angles also, that we will study in class 11 and 12, that is in the higher classes. Now I am considering angle A. For angle A, what is AB? AB, it is adjacent. Therefore, it is adjacent side of angle A. Adjacent side of angle A. What about BC? BC, it is opposite side of angle A. And what about this AC? AC, it is hypotenuse. AC is the hypotenuse. Now we are deriving the 6 ratios. The first ratio, it is sine ratio. S-I-N-E, sine of angle A, we will write sine of angle A. And in short form, we write this as sine A. Simply short form, or it is abbreviated as sine A. Means sine of angle A. Sine of angle A. The full form it is sine, S-I-N-E, sine of angle A is abbreviated as sine A, and it is defined as the ratio of opposite side and the hypotenuse. So sine of angle A is opposite side of opposite side of angle A divided by hypotenuse. Divided by hypotenuse. Now in the figure, which is the opposite side of angle A? It is opposite side of angle A, it is BC. That is BC divided by hypotenuse is equals to AC. BC by AC, that is opposite side of angle A divided by hypotenuse is the relationship between hypotenuse and that is opposite side of right angle triangle. That ratio is known as sine ratio. Next ratio, it is cosine ratio. Cosine of angle A. Cosine of angle A, it is written in short form or it is abbreviated as cos A. Cos A. Cosine of angle A, it is cos of angle A or cos A. Cos A as cosine of angle A. Now how it is related? It is the relationship between adjacent side and hypotenuse. That is cosine of angle A is abbreviated as cos A, is written as what? The ratio of adjacent side of angle A divided by hypotenuse. Divided by hypotenuse. So what is here? It is adjacent side of angle A, it is AB, and the hypotenuse it is AC. AB by AC. AB by AC, where AB is the adjacent side of angle A and the AC is the hypotenuse. Now the third ratio, it is tangent ratio. Tangent of angle A. It is written as tan A. Simply it is tan A. Short form it is tan A. Tan A is the relationship between opposite side and adjacent side. Opposite side and adjacent side. That is opposite side of angle A. Opposite side of angle A divided by adjacent side of angle A. Adjacent side of angle A. That is opposite side is BC and adjacent side it is AB. Adjacent side is AB. Now, so these are the three main ratios. Sine ratio, that is sine A, cos A, tan A, that is sine of angle A, cosine of angle A, tangent of angle A. With these three, we have three more ratios are there. They are the reciprocals of these three ratios. Reciprocals of these three ratios. Next, the third ratio, it is what is the third ratio? It is fourth ratio, it is cosecant ratio. Cosecant ratio, that is cosecant of angle A, is also written as cosec A. Cosec A, so short form it is cosec A and full form it is cosecant of angle A. Cosecant of angle A is equals to, it is cosecant, that is cosec A, and it is the reciprocal of sine A. Therefore, we write as 1 by sine A. 1 by sine A, that is equals to 1 by sine A. Reciprocal of sine A means it is reciprocal of opposite side of angle A divided by hypotenuse, which is hypotenuse divided by opposite side of angle A. That is equals to hypotenuse it is AC and opposite side it is BC. Now we observe here cosecant A, that is cosec A is equals to AC by BC and sine A is equals to BC by AC. You observe these two, we got both are what they are? The reciprocals. Therefore, cosecant is also known as it is cosec A. It is written in the short form and it is the reciprocal of sine A, which is equals to hypotenuse of divided by opposite side of angle A. Next, it is secant of angle A. Secant of angle A. So it is the reciprocal of what it is? This is the reciprocal of cos A. So secant A is abbreviated as sec A. Sec A, and it is the reciprocal of cos A, that is 1 by cos A. That is cos A, it is adjacent side of angle A divided by hypotenuse. Its reciprocal will be what it is? Hypotenuse divided by opposite side of adjacent side of angle A. That is equals to hypotenuse it is AC and adjacent side it is AB. Now we observe this secant A and cos A. Cos A we got AB by AC. It's a reciprocal. AB by AC is AC by AB, which is equals to secant A. So secant A is the reciprocal of what it is? Cos A. Reciprocal of cos A. Now the last ratio it is cotangent A. Cotangent A. Cotangent A. Cotangent of angle A, that is abbreviated as cot A. Cot A, it is again the reciprocal of tan A. Reciprocal of tan A. Cot A is the reciprocal of tan A. That is tan A, it is opposite side of angle A divided by adjacent side of angle A. Its reciprocal will be what it is? Adjacent side of angle A divided by opposite side of angle A. So adjacent side it is AB, on opposite side it is BC. AB by BC. Tangent we got tan A as what it is? BC by AB, and cot A it is AB by BC. Again these two are reciprocals. So sin A is opposite side of a given angle. Simply it is sin A is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Cos A it is adjacent side by hypotenuse. Tan A it is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Opposite side divided by adjacent side. Simply it is cosecant A it is hypotenuse divided by opposite side, and secant A it is hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. Cot A it is adjacent side divided by opposite side. Is it clear? These are the 6 ratios we will study, and this we will study for what it is only for what it is acute angles. We will study in class 10 only for acute angles. Now we will derive the same 6 ratios for angle C. For angle C also we will derive. Clear? Now we will derive the 6 ratios for angle C. Consider angle C. For angle C, which is the opposite side? Identify the opposite side. For angle C, AB is the opposite side, and what about BC? It is adjacent side. BC is the adjacent side of angle C. Now write the 6 ratios for angle C. Now I am writing in the short form, that is abbreviated form. Sin C means sin of angle C is equals to what it is? Opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Opposite side of what it is? Angle C. I am writing in short form. Opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Which is the opposite side? AB divided by hypotenuse, it is AC. AB by AC. Similarly, cos C is equals to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Adjacent side divided by hypotenuse, that is adjacent side it is what? BC. BC is the adjacent side. BC by AC. Then the third ratio it is tan ratio. Tan C is equals to opposite side divided by adjacent side. Opposite side divided by adjacent side of angle C. Opposite side is AB and adjacent side is BC. Therefore it is AB by BC. Then it is cosecant A. Cosec C. So angle C we are considered here. Cosec C it is hypotenuse divided by opposite side, that is hypotenuse divided by opposite side. Hypotenuse is equals to AC and opposite side is AB. So AC by AB is the reciprocal of AB by AC. Similarly, the fifth ratio it is sec A or secant A. Secant A, here the angle we consider it is what? Angle C. Therefore sec C, that is secant of angle C, is equals to, again it is the reciprocal of cos C, that is hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. Hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. Hypotenuse is equals to what is here? It is AC divided by adjacent side, it is BC. Adjacent side is BC. Now what it is? See here, the last ratio is cot A or cot C. For angle C it is cot C. cotangent. It is the reciprocal of tan C, which is tan C is equals to opposite side by adjacent side. The reciprocal of this one will be what it is? Adjacent side divided by opposite side. Adjacent side it is BC and opposite side is AB. Therefore it is BC by AB. Sin C is opposite side of angle C divided by hypotenuse. Cos C it is adjacent side of angle C divided by hypotenuse. Tan C it is opposite side of angle C divided by adjacent side of angle C. Cosec C it is hypotenuse divided by opposite side of angle C. Sec C it is hypotenuse divided by adjacent side of angle C. And cot C it is adjacent side of angle C divided by opposite side of angle C. These are the 6 ratios for angle C and for angle A we have studied. Is it clear, children? You have to remember these formulas. To remember this, I'll give you a blind tip, a short tip I'll give you. You remember those and you can write in the easiest way. Is it clear? Now we'll see in detail. That is sine. If I take a theta is the angle. Theta is an angle. Instead of a, that is sine theta is equals to, what it is? Sine theta is equals to opposite side of theta divided by hypotenuse. General formulas. Then what it is? Cos theta is equals to adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. Then it is tan theta is equals to, it is opposite side divided by adjacent side. Then what it is? Cosecant theta is equals to reciprocal of sine. Cosec theta it is reciprocal of sine, that is hypotenuse divided by opposite side. And secant theta is equals to, again it is the reciprocal of cos theta, hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. The last ratio it is, what is the last ratio? It is cotangent, that is cot theta is equals to, what it is? Reciprocal of tan theta, that is adjacent side divided by opposite side. That is, now we will write the reciprocals here. Sin theta is equals to, what it is? 1 by cosecant theta. Similarly, cosecant theta is equals to 1 by sin theta. That is, they are reciprocals to each other. Sin theta is the reciprocal of cosecant theta. Cosecant theta is the reciprocal of sin theta. Similarly, cos theta is equals to, it is the reciprocal of secant theta. Cos theta is equals to 1 by secant theta. Similarly, secant theta is equals to, what it is? Reciprocal of cos theta, that is 1 by cos theta. And tan theta is equals to, here it is, tan theta is equals to 1 by cot theta. And cot theta is equals to 1 by tan theta. So these are the reciprocal ratios. Now there is a relationship between tan theta and it is cos theta. Tan theta, sin theta, cos theta. You take here sin theta divided by cos theta. Sin theta is equals to, what it is? Opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Whole divided by cos theta is equals to, what it is? Adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. That is equals to, what we get? It is opposite side divided by hypotenuse. Into hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. That is the reciprocal of adjacent side by hypotenuse is hypotenuse divided by adjacent side. So now here it is hypotenuse and hypotenuse will be cancelled. What we get? It is opposite side divided by adjacent side. What we got? Opposite side by adjacent side is tan theta. So therefore what we can say here, it is tan theta is equals to what? Sin theta by cos theta, or sin theta by cos theta is equals to tan theta. Cos theta by sin theta by cos theta is equals to tan theta. The reciprocal of sin theta by cos theta is cos theta by sin theta is equals to tan theta. So what we can write from here, it is that is tan theta is equals to sin theta divided by cos theta. Similarly, cot theta is equals to reciprocal of this one, it is cos theta divided by sin theta. So you have to remember all these things to solve the problems from this chapter. Tan theta is equals to sin theta by cos theta. Cot theta is equals to cos theta by sin theta. Is it clear, children? Here now you see here sin theta means what it is. It is not the product of sin and theta. It is not the product of sin and theta. It is abbreviated form of sin of angle theta. For example, sin A, if I write here, sin A is not the product of sin and A. It is not the product of sin and A. It is sin of angle A. It is abbreviated as sin A. Similarly, cos A means it is abbreviated form of cosecant A. Sorry, it is cosine of angle A. Cosine of angle. It is not the product of cos and A. Tan A, it is not the product of tan and A. Cosec A, it is not the product of cosec and A. Similarly, cot A, it is not the product of cot and A. It is abbreviated form of cot of angle A. Cot of angle A. Now you see, if we have sin theta, opposite side by hypotenuse. We have studied always hypotenuse is the longest side in the hypotenuse is the longest side in the right angle triangle. Now sin theta, the value of sin theta will be always opposite side by hypotenuse, means here hypotenuse is greater, therefore we get what it is, a proper fraction. A proper fraction means its value will be less than 1. Value will be less than 1. So here cos theta also similarly adjacent side by hypotenuse. Adjacent side is less than the hypotenuse, and we will get a proper fraction. Tan theta opposite side by adjacent side. Here the two sides, perpendicular sides, they may be equal, or one side will be more and the other side will be less. That means we may get what it is, 1 we may get, or a proper fraction we get, or what it is, an improper fraction also we will get for here its value. Cosecant it is hypo by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the longest side, therefore we will get always an improper fraction. Similarly for secant theta, it is we will get an improper fraction, and cot theta we may get a proper fraction or improper fraction or 1. That is their values. Sometimes you will get the questions on these ratios. We will discuss in the first exercise how the questions can be asked on this. Is it clear, children? That is that what I mean to say, it is the trigonometric ratios, that is the relationship between the sides and the angles. I hope you understand the trigonometric ratios, and your today's homework it is learn these ratios properly and remember, practice these 6 ratios for different angles, and draw a triangle, different triangles at different right angles, and write the 6 ratios. That is your homework. Clear, children? Yes.